So, this is the start of the rest of my life. It's Valeria. I am getting ready to go hang out with one of my best friends I haven't seen in a hot minute, so I figure I'll just chit chat. But I've been meaning to start a restart. I did do YouTube videos for a little bit, but I just kind of fell out of it after college. And if you've done YouTube videos, you know, the editing and stuff is time consuming, but I don't know, I miss it. I absolutely love YouTube. I've been watching YouTube since I was a sophomore in high school, and I'm now 31, so I would have been 14, 15, probably, 15 probably. So more of my life than I haven't. I've been watching YouTube. I watch YouTube more than TV, and I think one of my favorite YouTubers, she posted the other day. I was thinking about it anyways, but Larry Reed's, she had posted, she's like, just post the video. And so here we are. So I'm just getting ready to go, but basically I kind of had things in place career-wise that I really was trying to figure out what I'm exactly doing, and not really, it didn't really go the way I planned, essentially, and so that's what's happened. So I don't really have a plan at this current moment of what exactly I want to do. I've been an OT since 2018 when I got my actual license, and I love OT. I think it's really fun. If you don't know, OT is occupational therapy. So I'm a therapist. Usually just helping people with their day-to-days, making sure it can be anything from your daily activities of living, right? So eating, getting dressed, showering, up until taking care of your kids, finding a job, anything, grocery shopping, you name it, it's an occupation. And I really love it, but I don't know exactly, I guess, my exact goals at this point in time. I've been doing more general OT for a long time, and I know a lot about a lot of things, and so I decided to try to do more of a specialty in neuro. And I still really loved it. I learned so much. In the process, I also learned I need time to just work-life balance, and the program I was doing just really wasn't allowing for that, and I couldn't figure out a way to do it, to have both, and the pressure to just kind of meet my own expectations about it were really deteriorating my mental health, and so I decided to step away from it. But I didn't have a plan of it not being successful, I guess, or finishing the program. So here I am, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. So if you want to follow along of just me figuring out my life, which honestly, I feel things are always gonna happen where you need to reevaluate things. And I feel that's just life, just what's important to you, what's not. And that it varies for each person. It just, there's not a right or wrong answer, It's just how you feel that you can really live in your body, live, period, I guess, you're really the one that's in charge of all that. And I am lucky that I can, take a step back and be like, hey, like, actually, I can step away from this, prioritize my mental health, really get back to who I am, and kind of apply for jobs and things like that next without having to really be like, hey, like, I don't have a job, then I don't have a paycheck, and like, I know that's not the case for everybody. And I do have like my savings and everything as well, so I am fortunate about that. But yeah, I just kind of know the journey part. And we're gonna figure it out is basically what I know. I just don't know what it's gonna look like, and that's kind of the scary piece, right? So a little bit about me. I love fashion. So the YouTube videos I used to do were basically fashion videos. It's something I really enjoy. It's something I didn't decide to do like as a career because I feel like it would have taken like the joy out of it. So it's always just been something for me. I like to get dressed up. I like to put effort into my outfits. I'm very like all or nothing. So I'm either in like cozy clothes, like athleisure, stuff like that. I mean, not that my other clothes is uncomfortable, but something of that nature. Or I have some effort to things. I'm like very all or nothing. And I don't know, it's just fun. But I have been trying to be better because the program I was doing, I wasn't making as much. It was also a pay cut to do it, like considerably. And so I really haven't been like shopping like I was. I feel like the most shopping I've done this year is for Christmas and not necessarily for myself, obviously, which is actually a huge improvement. But yeah, so I've been trying to like pretty much use the clothes I have or be a little bit more aware of that. Also, where I currently live, like I don't have all of my clothes. I live really close to my parents as well, so I'm able to like kind of have half closet, half not, which is nice because my closet space can kind of be in two places at once, and it helps for seasons, right? Because you're not gonna need like all your jackets and everything in the summertime, so I can always like swap them. But I haven't really bought a lot of things either because I don't have space to store all kinds of things if I do get them. Right. I feel like this is good enough. Yeah. This is the finished look. Now let's go figure out an outfit. Alright guys, I gotta go shortly because I gotta go pick up some donuts. But this is outfit. I needed something kind of comfortable, so these I got last Christmas. They're Free People. Super comfortable, like the corduroy. They have different colors. Super fun. They're flared. And then this is Urban, I believe. I like it because it kind of has that like boat neck. But I feel like if you're moving, it like kind of just t-shirt vibe. I need something comfortable if I'm playing with the kids today. So then I have my shoes. These are just like kind of dock knockoffs. They're just from Marshalls. I think they're Sincerely Jules, which she's a YouTuber as well. I love her. I think she's a YouTuber, or she's definitely here on social media at some capacity, but she has her own line and she's really cute stuff. So they're zip up, so easier to put on than docks. And then I'm gonna do my Looney Tunes jacket, just in case it's cold. I thrifted this, so I don't know what the brand is. It's a little big, but I like it, and has the fun detail on the back. But yeah, I'll probably just take a bag for my book and my wallet and stuff, and we're good to go. Don't forget to wear sunglasses, though. Very important. Guys, I secured the donuts. But did you know that apparently it's the last day of school before the holidays next week? And I think that if I had known that, my boyfriend basically was texting me while I was going all over our city just trying to find donuts, because they were not even like the tough donuts, literally like glazed sugar, you know, chocolate. Just those are like normal ones that I was trying to find, and everywhere was sold out. I went to 3 different donut shops and I couldn't find donut holes, so unfortunately that's not gonna happen, but hopefully it's all right. I don't know, I'll tell Chelsea when I see her. But yeah, so I'm on my way over to see her. So this is kind of just like a vlog of today, of like what's going on. Not too much happening. It is by the holidays, so even though I'm changing trajectories with my career, I do have to work Christmas Eve, but at least it's additional time to spend with my family during the holidays, and so it could be definitely worse circumstances. And yeah, so we'll kind of go from there, but I feel like so much of who makes me me is like all of the extra bits too. It's like the people you spend your time with and your friends and all of that as well. So yeah, like I don't know, it was kind of crushing me to not be able to do like the things that I've been working on. I had still been able to do some races, so I run. I did a few halves this year, and I did one full. I usually do like one full marathon a year is kind of what I've been saying. We'll see how long that lasts. And hoping to do San Francisco this 2025, and then maybe some halves. I really don't know. My last half I went sub 2 hours, which was insane, and it was really cool. It was Santa Barbara's half, and it was awesome. It's definitely my favorite one I've done, the course wise, and just like everything, like not waking up at like 3 a.m. to drive like an hour to do a half, and all of the prep and like eating and finding facilities if you need to like go to the restroom before. It's just like can be a lot of hassle over something you're already like kind of like stressed about because you want to do well. And so like it's kind of that piece as well. But yeah, so I was still able to do those. I don't think my training was like the best ever for those, but I was really proud of myself. That half was really hard though. Like I could see like the pacer, and my boyfriend ran it really close by me, and basically paced me and was like, you gotta catch that guy, right? And we were just like right behind him for closer to the end of the race, and so I was like, I know that's what I have to do, but it's so hard, and like it would be so easy to just not, you know. But I pulled through and like kicked another gear and was able to, and I got a 1 hour and 58 minutes, and that was pretty awesome. So, you know, it worked out. But after that, I was like, you know, I want to break from halves because that was hard. And even though a full is like a lot on you, it is at least it feels a little bit slower because you don't have to like quicken your pace. I feel like the shorter distances you do, if you care about the time, then it's a little bit more stressful. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. It was just really nice to see Chelsea and like just reminisce and catch up. I hadn't seen her in quite a few months, just like all fall and winter really, because things in life have been really busy. So it was nice to like take some time and just like get to see the people that I've been missing really, and reconnect and check in and everything. And I'm back home. But one of the things that I had been putting off was like laundry is getting cleaned, but it was just kind of stacking up and I really need to like organize it and stuff. So I'm going to be doing that right now. Just see what needs to be put away, what we can put into the closet, maybe even start getting rid of some of these things. I just have like old work clothes that I don't really wear anymore. I don't know that I will be in the future, so it might be time to clean those out as well. But yeah, I had been kind of talking about things that had gotten lost in all this, and a lot of my favorite things, like I was talking about running and stuff, had been still possible, but like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu had been gone to the wayside, like getting to see some of my friends, but like I felt like things were just like so compact, you know, like I would have a hair appointment, but I'd also be trying to see a friend and trying to like, oh, I'm in that area, I'll just like squish it together and like not feel like I had enough time like put away to like really check in and like catch up and all of that. So I want to change that for sure, because those are, I don't know, relationships and like my friends and stuff are always something I want to put first. It's some of the things I want to definitely change and like prioritize. So I'm definitely trying to make sure that is something that is just like a new habit, right? Of like doing so. Another thing, just really being present now that I don't have things constantly on my shoulder. I think that's a huge piece. I think just making time for the things that really restore you, you know? I feel like they rejuvenate you. I know me and my friends had been talking about it, Macaulay and Bridget, just about like female relationships and like the friends that you make and like how that just like is such a recharge. Like sometimes getting to be with people that like know you the best and the most authentic, full-fledged your like essence of you, and getting to talk about things that are hard or like I don't know how to process this, I'm having a hard time, I think are so special, and like so grateful to have those, but also at the end of the day it's like your life, and like if you don't get to see those people as much as you would like, then like let's change that, right? I don't know, it's like those kind of pieces that really came to the decisions and like have played into why I'm where I'm at right now for sure. But like I have a way that I want to live my life, and I'm going to figure out a way to do that. So if you are along for the journey, then welcome for sure. Because other things are just like important to me as well. And I really got into reading, I feel like 2021 again. I am a reader. I was in high school. Nothing like crazy. It wasn't really, I think that's a big thing too, is like reading in itself is not like a competition. It's like because you enjoy it. And like for me, you know, I was a psych major in undergrad, and like I love understanding the way people think, how they process things, and just gives me better insight of like perspectives on things, how someone gets into certain situations, how they deal with them based on personalities. Like there's so many factors, right? The environment, your what's like available to you, your how much money you make, your status, and like all these different things can really affect it all. But it's kind of like that escapism as well. But I feel like every book that I get a chance to read, there's always something about it, right, that you learn or like is something that you can take away from it. And I don't know, it's just really helpful and special, and I'm so glad I've been able to continue that. I haven't read as much as I'd like to this year, leisurely I guess, but at least book club has helped. So me and my friends, it's mainly like old coworkers and our best friend Bridget, that we all get together like once a month. We pick a book we're gonna read together and like go from there, and it's really lovely. We all kind of love the fantasy genre, so we prioritize making sure we get to talk about that and explore new fantasies, because I feel like all of us kind of come from different books that we really loved growing up, or like movies and things now that have really like inspired, and it's nice to just like geek out about stuff. It's one of my favorite things as well, like just being able to have like an opportunity to discuss and like get excited about your passions, or like your little like obsessions or things that like you connect with, I think is so wonderful. And if you can do that socially or like with friends or on YouTube, like it's just so much fun. And so I've enjoyed that as well. So I'm glad at least that, right? Because no matter what, like because of that, somewhere around 12 books would be read during the year, which is an awesome goal. And I think I'm at like 30-ish this year. There's been just like some interesting reads too this year that have happened as well, and books that I never even heard of that I would never have read if we hadn't started this book club. So I'm like very excited about just like what's to come with that as well, and just like reading in general. So maybe I'll do a video on that as well, of like my books from this past year, my thoughts. Definitely want to do some content around that as well, just because it's so fun to just like banter and hear other people's thoughts or theories on things. It's like always a good time. But I don't know, I think a lot of what I like and what like makes me are those pieces, and I think just talking it through can be so helpful. Like I don't know, even though I'm kind of in this like funny area right now, just like the unknown, I think it's gonna be really good for me about growth piece, but also just like I think when you're a kid, you just really don't understand that like life is this whole journey, right? And like I think you get in your head that there's a certain way to do things because of like society standards and their norms, and like what's kind of expected of you in certain ways, or like what you should want to be happy, or like all this stuff. And like nobody tells you that it's messy, and nobody's life follows like that trajectory that's kind of like imposed upon you. And I think it's okay to be like in that discomfort piece of like not matching that, and like being okay with like how things end up revealing themselves, or how they come to you in life, and like not having X, Y, and Z is okay. And I think that's it too. It's like taking a step back and just being like, I think that's what's happening right here, is like, what do you really want? What do you value? What is important to you? And how can you make it happen, if that makes sense? Like, I just want to take some time and just really take that piece, right? Because for me, maybe it's like work isn't going to be like my all like full on purpose. And I don't know if I knew that before, but I know it now. It's like, yeah, I'm not that person that can like go 100 miles an hour, and like, I want to definitely provide the best care I can provide as an occupational therapist, but I don't think I have to be the best ever. You know, like, that's okay with me. I don't think that was ever a, like, you know, outright goal, but I feel like the program that I was in has the capabilities to do that, and I think that is incredible. But it's just, it's okay if it's not exactly what I was seeking from it. I think I took a lot that I'll be able to use and utilize going forward, and just that in itself is such a blessing. But yeah, I think for me, my purpose has to be with like my family and my friends, and the relationships, and like enjoying life in the day-to-day moment, right? Not just like, oh, I'll be happy when this happens, I'm gonna be happy when this happens. Like, no, like, enjoy what is in front of you. And, you know, because one day they might not be there, you know. Like, I don't know, maybe that's me getting older, but I definitely feel that, like, I definitely want to not look back and be like, wow, I should have made time for that and I didn't, and now it's too late. Like, I feel like that sounds very like midlife crisis-y, but I mean, it's true. Like, I definitely want to be present, and, you know, I think something's trying to reveal itself right here, of just, maybe don't go 100 miles an hour constantly. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think what keeps coming across is like, it's your life, and like, you have to live it at the end of the day, and like, what do you want that to look like? And so I feel like that comes with like the beginning of the year coming up too. It's like, okay, let's figure this out. Or, you know, let's work on the journey so much. Or, you know what I mean? Like, they always say, like, the marathon, right? All of the hard work is like the work up until the actual race, right? By the time you get to the race, it should be like easy, because you've done everything, you prepared, you can do it, you're gonna have the stamina to finish it, all that stuff. But the real like marathon is everything leading up to it. It's the journey. It's the same thing with, I think, living your life. It's just like, it's everything that comes with it, right? It's maneuvering all these pieces and just sorting it out as it comes, and like, as you learn lessons, and what are you going to do about it? Do you want to keep going down that way? Do you want to change something? You do change something, and how does that affect everything? Like, you know, it's just like really interesting. But, you know, life is really messy, and it's okay, because if everything was like okay all the time and perfect and all this stuff, like, there'd be no change day to day. There wouldn't be like this evolution or like growth, and I don't know. It's just like, it's curious for sure. But I think it's okay to like not know what's next right now, and I think that's what I'm in the works of, I guess. you know, being okay with that piece. Because it's gonna be okay. And I know that, you know, this isn't in comparison to other things that I've already gone through thus far. It's like, it's just another thing to figure out or really give like some attention to, I think, but also I think it's gonna set up what else is gonna, you know, to come.
Just started reading this a few days ago. I'm like, not halfway. I read this. Well, I read the other books in this trilogy a few years ago, and I liked them. And then I saw a video recently with a booktuber that I follow. I think her name's Lexi, and she was saying that she didn't remember the other books in the trilogy, but this one was her favorite, and it did really great job with the representation. And usually Hannah Wong, or sorry, not Hannah, Helen Wong, she does a really great job of like having different characters that do like that might be on the spectrum or Asperger's, and it's really, I don't know, it's really interesting to read about and just have that in romance books. I feel like there needs to be more of that. If you guys know any other books that might have really good representation besides this trilogy, do let me know, because I think she does a really good job, and I feel like she kind of has that Abby Jimenez kind of feel also, because there's usually something else going on in the stories as well. It's not just like focused on the romance. I feel like I like when it has kind of both. Sometimes I think when you've read a lot, sometimes you get like the equations, you're like, I kind of predict it, what's gonna happen and everything. So it's nice when they have an opportunity to talk about something a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm just gonna read for a little bit.